WCTV Pinpoint Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, good morning, everybody. Let's start off looking at some of those warmer temperatures and more muggy conditions. But as we go through our day, I don't expect those numbers to get anywhere near as warm as they got yesterday. I think the winds are going to turn this afternoon. We've got a shot for some showers and storms, especially later this morning and now earlier this afternoon. And then the watch numbers start going the other way. That breeze will perk up out of the northwest, bringing in the cooler and drier. And we start to welcome in fall-like weather by tomorrow. Now, as far as the radar picture goes, yeah, I do see a couple of scattered showers out there. It's not much. I think we're going to find more developing later this morning and early this afternoon. And I still think eastern areas are going to have the best shots for the most activity. But we can't rule out a couple of showers or a couple of thunderstorms anywhere in the forecast area. Once we start bringing in that drier air, and I think that'll happen this afternoon, we're going to start dropping those temperatures. So 75 to get started in Tallahassee and in Valdosta. We're at 73 degrees in Thomasville. These numbers move around a little bit, and maybe we see some daytime highs, especially to the east, that get near 80, where the temperatures stay out of the south the longest. But once those winds twist to the northwest, cooler air arrives, and with that cooler air will come a little different look and feel to the entire forecast. I see a few upper 60s off to our north and west. Marianne is only at 71, while the Toller School is checking in at 77. We see a 73 in Live Oak and a 74 in Cross City. Dew point numbers still mostly in the 70s. As we see these numbers begin dropping, we'll also know that that boundary is starting to make progress east. The lower those dew points go, the less moisture in the air. We're going to find dew points back in the 50s tomorrow and Thursday, and that's going to make it feel really different outside. Here's what it looks, satellite radar composite with all the wind arrows drawn, and you see where all the arrows kind of sort of come together? That's where the boundary is. So it's still a little bit off to our west. Going to take a few hours to get dragged through the area. Behind the boundary is where all the cooler and drier air is. Think of that boundary as the leading edge of that cooler and drier air. And as it works its way through the area and energy still gets pumped in from the south, that's going to provide that lift, that trigger mechanism we need to shake the showers out of the clouds. So where that boundary is and just ahead of it, best chances to get wet. Behind the boundary, cooler and drier air starts to rush in, and I think by tonight we start to get some clearing. Maybe some areas west can get some clearing even in the afternoon hours today, and that's when we start to get that breezy setup from the northwest, that drier air, and it starts to feel more like fall. Now out on the Gulf, it's going to get breezy in a hurry today. Small crafts use some caution. Winds have the west and northwest 12 to 24, seas 2 to 4 feet. Looks like the low tides get started after 7 and will continue till around 9:30. 60s and 70s this morning. I think those temperatures are going to perk up maybe closer to 80. Top rain chances 70-80% later this morning, early this afternoon, and in eastern areas. Then the temperatures start going the other way and things start to clear by tonight. I'm expecting mid-50s when we talk again tomorrow morning. Here's a look at that forecast for the next few days. We are bringing in the good stuff for Wednesday. For Thursday, a reinforcing push of cooler and drier air on Friday and Saturday. Look at all those morning numbers in the 50s. Bring them on.